What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here, and I'm just getting off work. Very hard day, and I just wanted to go and make this video about a special someone. Who am I talking about? Well, let me give you all a clue here. That's right, I'm gonna go ahead and touch base on a piece of shit person otherwise known as Jason Blaha. Now, Jason Blaha is one of the people that I really want to wrap my hands around and just literally beat the crap out of him. Over the years, he has made some very disparaging comments towards a number of good friends of mine. You know, mostly Lane Norton, a few other things as well. But the biggest thing that pisses me off is not really him talking about other people, Lane Norton being, as far as that's concerned. The biggest issue I have is with his comments there, saying that he was some sort of hitman, that he worked in the CIA, that he was some sort of super spy, like he was Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible or some other bullshit like that. And that he has all these army materials. I mean, every single video that I've seen of him, he's going around making bullets like he's some sort of Billy Badass or some shit. Well, let me put something in perspective as far as his military credentials. Let me show you something here, Jason Blaha, and I want you to look very carefully. You see these here? Do you see these? These are not Halloween decorations. These are my dog tags from the United States Army. Now, I spent a very short time in the military as a PFC. But you know what? I was in the military. These prove it. My DD-214 proves it there. And I don't make no bones about it as well. I didn't complete my 5-year service, but I did sign up and I was in. And I was a PFC in the military. I have the proof about it there. I don't have to go and brag about it. I keep these dog tags here in a box there, along with my ROTC medals and stuff. You know why? Because that part of that life of me is over with. I'm no longer in the military. I'm no longer in ROTC. I'm just a mild-mannered nutritionist, bodybuilder, consultant, you know, just a regular old average Joe. I have nothing to prove to anyone. I don't have to prove to anyone that I'm some sort of tough guy. I mean, after I left the military, you know, I worked at Lockheed Martin, did security work, did bouncing for 10 years. I worked at Greenville County Detention Center as a corrections officer. So, quite frankly, I don't have to prove how tough I am. And quite frankly, the worst thing about it is that people who go around bragging about how tough they are, honestly, they're not really that tough at all. They're a bunch of little bitches. I'm suspecting that you're one of those little bitches as well, just by the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, how you're always wearing all this military shit and everything. I mean, but quite frankly, at no point in time have I seen any proof. And, you know, those veterans out there that are going after you, I mean, they're going to keep going after you because stolen valor is a very big deal here. At one point in time there, before they changed the laws, which I actually don't agree with there, people that went around pretending like they were in the military, they would get locked up for it. It would be a felony offense to impersonate a military officer or someone that served in the armed forces. Not only that, it's kind of very disgraceful to everyone who has served. Everyone that served in the military. So, if you have been in the CIA, prove it. If you've been in the military, prove it. I have seen no proof there, yet you go around and carry yourself as though you have some military background or some credentials or so forth. Or some sort of soldier of fortune. But yet, each and every time you have the appearance of it, but you're not bout it, as Master P would used to say there. Now, as far as everything else is concerned about your comments here, about your fitness and everything like that, you know, you can keep on making these videos and everything like that. You got a pretty good audience built up, so you're making a little bit more money there. Can't hate on that at all. But one thing that you need to cut out is this little hard-ass bullshit there. Stop pretending like you're someone that you're not, because you've not been in the CIA. You never worked for the government. You've never even been in the military. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for trying to carry yourself as somebody that you obviously are not. If you've been in the military, show your DD-214s. Show your dog tags. Show some medals. Show all of that, you know? In fact, I'm going to go put this back in the box. This is my past life here. I'm no longer in the military. I don't need these here, you know? It's ridiculous. That's my past life there. I'm very proud of the things that I've done there, but at the same time, I'm not going to go and carry myself as some sort of George Washington, or like one of those old John Wayne movies where you see people running around in the field with the straps off of their helmets and everything, you know, because it's quite stupid, you know, walking around with grunt shirts and, you know, battle outfits and stuff like that. I mean, last video I seen, you had a, what was it, a flat, one of those jackets there, one of those bulletproof vests. You look like a fucking moron. There's no war around here. I bet you're the one, I bet you're a type of person that carries a gun to the bar. I mean, you're not guarding the place, so what you got a gun for anyway? I mean, you can have a concealed carry permit, but you know, judging by your attitude, you know, I think you do not have the mental capacity to be carrying around any type of firearm. But, you know, this is America, and I guess people do have the freedom to carry firearms, including yourself there. But at the same time, you do not have the right to go and make yourself out to be some sort of military strategic specialist unless you at least have some proof there. Stolen valor is just a, you know, it's a despicable thing, you know, and I certainly hope these veterans keep going after you for this here until you knock it off. Because quite frankly, even, I mean, they're tired of it, and quite frankly, I'm getting tired of it. Because it's a bunch of bullshit there. Be a man, you know. Be yourself there, more importantly. You don't need to carry around yourself all of this. You already have a pretty decent channel as it is there. Do you really need to be talking about AK-47s and M16s or anything like that? Why are you talking about things that you don't know? Or things that you just simply haven't proven there. So if you're going to keep talking about this military this and military that, you know, that's perfectly fine. But you need to back it up with some hard evidence here. Otherwise, just knock it off. But in my opinion, based upon, you know, all the evidence, or in this case, lack of evidence, I think you're just a fraud and a phony. Or, as PJ Brown say, a fawn and a phony. But I'm going to keep on with you here. This is not going to be the only video I'm going to make about you. Because when I get done with you, I'm going to make mincemeat out of you, boy. I'm going to make dog meat out of you. And I'm going to tear you to pieces there until nobody ain't going to want you no more. So you've been warned. And the fire is coming. The fire is coming. And I'm bringing it with me.